Welcome to Ejani's Tech. Here we are dedicated to provide best tech gadget information to our viewers in the headship of Mr. Daniel. Kindly subscribe my channel and hit the bell button for updates. Today we will discuss the latest Lenovo ThinkPad X1 Nano Gen 3 review, tiny and a little stale. Lenovo's iconic ThinkPad design remains as recognizable as ever. Recognizable comes with a downside though, because the design is starting to feel a little dated, as both the industry and Lenovo itself start to leave the design behind. Along those lines, the latest ThinkPad X1 Nano, now on its third generation, retains the previous generation's design while updating the internals. The laptop is very small and incredibly light, but it doesn't seem as modern as the ThinkPad Z13. It's a great little laptop for old-school ThinkPad fans, but it's facing stiff competition in the 13-inch laptop class. Specs and configurations: Lenovo ThinkPad X1 Nano Gen 3, dimensions 11.5 inches by 8.19 inches x 0.58 inches, weight 2.19 pounds, processor Intel Core i5-1340, Intel Core i5-1350PV Pro, Intel Core i7-1360, Intel Core i7-1370PV Pro, graphics Intel Iris X RAM 16, display 13.0 inch 1610 2K 2160 by 1350, IPS 13.0 inch 1610 2K, IPS touch, storage 256 GB, price $1,217 plus. Small and light, and appealing to a particular crowd. Lenovo has started to update its designs to be more modern in look and feel than the design that the ThinkPad brand has maintained for years. The ThinkPad X1 Nano Gen 3 is one of the lightest laptops, coming in at just 2.19 pounds. It's fairly thin at 0.58 inches, but nowhere near the Apple MacBook Air M2's 0.44 inches. Both the XPS 13 Plus and the MacBook Air M2 are heavier laptops, at 2.77 and 2.7 pounds, respectively. With a slightly smaller 13.0-inch 1610 display, the ThinkPad X1 Nano Gen 3 lives up to its name. Connectivity is typical for today's tiny laptops, with just a couple of Thunderbolt 4 ports and a 3.5mm audio jack. The latter is welcome, given that laptops like the XPS 13 Plus have dropped the port. There's also an optional nano SIM slot supporting 4GB WAN connectivity to go with Wi-Fi 6E and Bluetooth 5.1. Solid performance for such a tiny laptop. The ThinkPad X1 Nano Gen 3 can be configured with a variety of 13th Gen Intel CPUs. My review unit was equipped with the 28-watt Core i7-1360P, a 12-core, 4 performance and 8 efficient, 16-thread CPU that typically provides solid productivity performance. Note that you can opt for processors with Intel's vPro technology. This makes the ThinkPad X1 Nano Gen 3 a good option for larger companies that can make use of the extra management and security features vPro enables. A detailed chart about all functions of Lenovo, MacBook, Asus and Dell etc. Connectivity is typical for today's tiny laptops, with just a couple of Thunderbolt 4 ports and a 3.5mm audio jack. Mixed battery life: the smaller the laptop, the less the battery life. That's not always true, as the incredibly long-lasting Apple MacBook Air M2 demonstrates. The Asus ZenBook S13 OLED also did well with its low-power Intel CPU. But with just a 49.6 watt-hour battery, the ThinkPad X1 Nano Gen 3 was a mixed performer in terms of longevity. I'm not sure how to account for the poor web browsing results given the other two scores. It's possible that the ThinkPad X1 Nano Gen 3 gets at least average battery life, but I'm left with questions. A bright display with average colors: as I've said about before, even average IPS displays have gotten so much better over the last couple of years. It's rare to find a panel that doesn't provide at least excellent quality for productivity performance, although getting a display that's suitable for demanding creators still requires a bit more care. Core i7-1360P, 7 hours, 41 minutes 13 hours, 25 minutes 9 hours, 40 minutes. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe and bell button for updates. The ThinkPad X1 Nano Gen 3's IPS display, running at a 2K resolution and with a choice of touch or non-touch support, is a case in point.